Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Good morning, children. A very warm welcome to all my dear students. The last part of your lesson number 12, natural disaster. I hope you all learned all the concepts and terms in part 1 and part 2. Did you learn, children? Yes, very good. At the end of this lesson, you are having one surprise, children. So let us begin to know the surprise. See in the picture, children, what did you observe? We observe that the people, they are in panic situation. They're shouting, help, help. They don't know what is happening to them. But actually, it's a type of natural disaster which occurs due to sudden change under the surface of the earth, or sometimes due to increase in temperature under the earth's surface. What happens? The surface of the land or ground, it starts cracking and then it starts falling, due to which the people, you see in the picture, the people are getting falling down, no, inside these big rocks. Yes, they are getting dumped inside these big rocks. So such a type of natural disaster is nothing but an earthquake. So what are earthquakes? Earthquakes are a type of natural disaster which occurs due to sudden movements or changes in the earth's surface. Earth's surface means under the earth's surface. Like we studied before, that earth is also having layers or plates. When these plates or layers, when they rub each other, what happens? The earth starts tremoring or shaking. This violent shaking or tremors of the earth cause what, children? Earthquakes. So, what are earthquakes? Sometimes the earth shakes violently. This is caused by sudden movements under the earth's surface, which are known as earthquakes. The earth experiences thousands of earthquakes every year, children. Okay? We will learn more about earthquakes, their causes, and how we can measure these earthquakes in further slides. Okay? See in the picture, children, what we see? We see the earth's surface has developed some cracks. Okay? Some cracks. And here what we are seeing, we see that fine crack lines are there. Fine crack lines means only lines of cracks are there. So, whenever the layers of the earth, which are called as plates, when they rub each other vigorously, violently, an earthquake is formed. So, these cracks are known as what, children? Faults. And these fine lines developed due to earth tremors are called as fault lines, children. Due to which what happens? During the shaking of the earth's layers or the rocks rubbing each other under the surface of the earth, what happens? A very high amount of energy is released in the form of seismic waves. Which make the ground shake vigorously. So these are the causes of earthquakes, children. Okay? Now, when we learnt about the earthquakes, let us learn about a device which the scientist has developed to record a earthquake tremor. It is seismograph. The seismograph is an instrument that is used to record earthquake tremors. It is used to record the earthquake tremors or shakes. The magnitude or intensity of an earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. The scientific study of earthquakes is called as seismology. The place of origin of an earthquake is called the focus. From where the earthquake will start, no, children, it is called as an focus. So this is the starting point of the earthquake, an initial stage when the earthquake is about to take place. And the point directly above the focus on the earth's surface is called as epicenter, and this epicenter, no, it will have a major damage, or it will get a major massive earthquake there, because it will be the last stage. We'll study more about seismograph in the next picture. I'm also sharing a video link how it works. You just watch it and learn about its working, children. Okay. So a seismograph is what? A seismograph is an instrument used to measure the earthquakes. Now, what are earthquakes we learn, and what happens if earthquakes occurred we learned. Now let us see in the picture, children. What did you observe? We observe an instrument is there which we studied about now. It's called as seismograph. A seismograph is an instrument used to measure the earthquake tremor. This is actually horizontal. Horizontal means lying like this. Vertical seismographs are also there, children. If you want, you can learn from the YouTube, children. So this is how it works. I have shared the link. Just watch the YouTube link and learn how it is working, children. This spring is attached to a long thin pin which is called as a pen, and this is a weight. It's a metal ball. Whenever tremor occurs, what happens? This spring, it starts vibrating or shaking, due to which this pen, it starts taking the reading. Reading means taking the note of the, or marking the intensity of the earthquake occur. So this is all about the seismograph. Okay, children, use this YouTube link and try to learn more about the working of a seismograph. Okay. Now let us learn some of the precautionary measures to be taken when an earthquake occurs. When an earthquake occurs, what you have to do? What safety measures you can take to avoid any massive or great damage to you and to your property? What you can do, because due to earthquakes we may lose our life, children. Many people died during earthquakes which took place, children. So to avoid those things, what we have to do? We have to follow some precautionary measures. What are they? Let us see. Get out of your school or house, wherever you are, to a open area. We should not be in buildings or apartments. Stay away from buildings, trees and power lines. You should not stand near to buildings, trees or power lines. Power lines means power supply wires will be going on. No? Here will not find, children. But in India, you see, when in our country we see there are big poles, and from that poles the wires are moving from one corner of the road to the other corner. So what happens at the time of earthquake? That poles will fall and you may get a shock, or there may be a short circuit. So to avoid that, what you have to do? You should not stand near to the buildings, trees and power lines. And in case if you are stuck in a building and you are not able to get out, so what you have to do? Sit under a heavy table if you are inside a building and cannot get out. Okay. Once the earthquake stops, you can slowly come out of that building. Use the staircase. Use the staircase, not lift, during and immediately after earthquake. Why? Because even after earthquake stops, sometimes the buildings, due to the shakes, violent shakes and tremors, they may fall. Even the lifts, they may fall suddenly. So to avoid that accidents, what you have to do? Use the stairs. Stairs means steps. Yeah, we should come out even whenever there is a fire broken out in any place. No, we should never use in buildings. If any place is catched up with fire, we should not move through lifts, children. We should use what? Stairs. Okay. So these are some of the precautions to be taken when an earthquake occurs. So these are all the natural disasters we studied. Okay. Learn them well. Did you know, children? The Himalayan regions in our country experience frequent earthquakes. The Himalayan mountain regions. Earthquakes also occur very frequently in countries like Japan, Philippines, and the around edges of the Pacific Ocean. Around edges of the Pacific Ocean means the places near the Pacific Ocean. See here what is happening. Due to earthquake, what happened? This building, see how it has fallen. Completely it has fallen. No? This is nothing but what? An earthquake, children. Because of earthquake, what happens? The buildings will fall like this. That's why during earthquakes, we should not be inside our homes or we should not stand near to the buildings. Okay, in precautionary measures we studied, no? That's why we should not stay near to the building. The whole complete building can get collapsed. So this was about earthquakes, all the natural disasters. Learn them well. Okay. Now with this we finished our lesson. So now let us have a quick recap of your lesson. Summary. What we learned in all the three parts. Lesson number 12. Natural disasters. Floods, droughts, earthquakes and cyclones are some natural disasters. There are many more natural disasters, children, like volcanic eruptions, tsunamis you have in your textbook. And can you name some? Yes, very good, very good. Tornadoes, hurricanes, landslides. Landslides are what? Big debris of the earth. They will broke due to sometimes earthquakes or due to sometimes heavy rainfall. What happens from the mountainous regions? These debris of the earth will fall, that are called as landslides. So some more natural disasters they were. So but the one which we studied in this lesson are floods, droughts, earthquakes and cyclones. Okay. Floods, when do floods will occur? Floods will occur mostly when the rivers overflow after a heavy rainfall, or sometimes when the dams they also break or overflow, floods occur, children. Cyclones are storms which develop over oceans and seas. Yes, cyclones are storms which are very strong winds which develop over oceans and seas. Scarcity of water causes droughts. Droughts are what, children? Where there is very less amount of water or when there is no rainfall for a long period of time, what happens? The place is hit by droughts. The last one is earthquakes are caused by sudden movements under the surface of the earth. So with this I finished the lesson. Learn each and every term, practice more, and what is the surprise? Let us see in the next slide. Okay. So now this is your surprise. What's the surprise? Subject enrichment activity for the month of June. Actually, this lesson was subject enrichment activity for the month of June. So it means that you don't have any notebook work to write all the question answers and everything. So but you have two homeworks to be done, one in the project book, another in the notebook. So got your surprise, children? Yes. The first one is collect information and stick related pictures of any two recently occurred natural disasters and write few lines about them in your project book. So do it nicely. Okay. Second one, draw or stick picture of seismograph in notebook. If you know drawing, you see the slide and can draw. Okay. Or if you have the picture of it, you can paste. Okay. So with this we completed lesson number 12. Natural disasters. Learn them well and complete all your textual exercises after read the lesson 2 to 3 times. Okay, children, all the best. Okay.